We have one more thing we want to show you.
Surprise, surprise, the king is back.
They're not here, unfortunately. I know. But the fight is done. October, Las Vegas. It's on, ladies and gentlemen.
Conor McGregor sees an incident between a buddy of his, Artem, getting into it with Khabib.
And now all hell is breaking loose.
I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see. We can see if I'm in the fight. What do you mean? They better start acting right and start sorry. Without promoting it. Well, you want to promote it more. They brought me to this press conference late. Oh, they brought you late.
We got a lot of main events, but we don't have the main event for Madison Square Garden yet. I mean, it's a fantastic card.
Yeah, we're still working on that, yes. Card's great, and obviously we're waiting for that perfect fight to slide right into the headliner there.
I was going to say,
when have we not delivered at Madison Square Garden? I mean, listen, we have the #1 and #3 all-time gate at Madison Square Garden. We will deliver.
Dustin, we saw you not too long ago, and you said, listen, I've got a title shot, and I'm going to sit around and wait for it until I get it. And now you're back fighting again the next week. So walk us through this, man. How did you come to this decision?
You know, man, I'm a fighter. I feel good. I have no injuries. And Nate's a guy I've been watching a long time. I've been a fan of. If you're a fan of fighting, you're a fan of this fight. I've always wanted to fight at Madison Square Garden. I just wish we had a few extra rounds. 3 rounds. I wish it was a 5, but I'm excited about this fight. You guys should be too.
Why did you choose to come back and take this fight with Dustin? We've been waiting for a very long time to see you back.
It's time to go, so it's time to go.
For Nate and Dustin, do you guys view your fight as like a semifinal that is going to get you to the Conor fight next?
It's a championship fight right here.
We're going to show up and deliver, I promise you that. This is going to be one of the most exciting fights you've ever seen.
And Nate, I know you were just asked kind of this question, but basically is the action of this fight the thing that brought you back, or was it the money?
Since my last fight, I've been in a lawsuit, so I wasn't eligible to fight. I don't know why nobody told you guys that.
Dana, how excited are you about making Poirier Diaz?
We made the fight. I mean, obviously, it's a great fight. Stylistically, it's an incredible fight. It's good to have Nate back, and we're happy about it. I'm happy about it.
Nate, you got this Dustin fight now, but is it fair to say you still want that trilogy with Conor?
I already won twice, so I ain't worried about it.
Darren, you've had a week to reflect on this now that you got this fight retire, and tell me, he's defended the belt so many times, he's beaten the best in the division. Why are you the guy to take the belt off him?
So I'm the best welterweight in the division.
You're fighting in the Woodley-weight division. You're not the best in the division. You didn't even win your last fight against Wonder Boy, and you didn't even make weight. So with that said, I've consistently fought the top guys. I knocked out Robbie Lawler when he was the most vicious champion in record-breaking time.
Every dog has its day.
Everybody has their day.
Every dog has its day.
And
your day is going to come September 8th.
And guess what? And guess what? I used to be the young lion. I used to be the barking lion.
And you're the old lion now, so let me do my work.
And guess what? You're going to be done work on.
I don't need to be
When they scrape you up, I'll pat you on the back and say,
okay,
better luck next time.
We'll see. Every dog has its day.
You just come there and make weight.
Every dog has its day.
You just make weight.
Okay, don't you worry about that. Is that your only concern? You need to be concerned about
I have no concern.
Cleaning your chin out.
I have no concern.
We just had the stare down, Darren. What did you see when you kind of looked in his eyes, sized them up, I guess, for the first time?
I always tell the truth, no fear. He's not scared, nothing like that. He's the champion.
I like that.
I'll make weight, don't you worry about that. Respect as the champion, but that doesn't change anything. I'm still coming to knock him clean out on September 8th.
I like that, and I'm glad he saw it, because I saw the same thing, and this is going to be a war. I looked him in his eye, I saw no bitch there, he ready to fight, he ready to go to war, and let's get it on.
Tyron, considering how much fuss was made about the interim title that Kobe will be stripped from and the rivalry you two had budding, are you disappointed at all that he's not the one sitting across the table from you?
Oh, not at all. To be honest, when I look at matchups, Darren Till may be the toughest matchup for me in the division. Every time I face the toughest guy, I show up. When it was Carlos Condit, I showed up. When it was Robbie Lawler, I showed up. Kobe Covington got there because he won a fight and he was in position to fight for it. I didn't make a fuss about the interim belt. I was fighting him because he was the next up in line. But when I'm faced with a lion that want to take my belt, it's game time. I fought my fucking life for this belt. He want to come and get it. Everybody think they want something until they lock that octagon, and he gonna see it.
Tyron, Do you think Darren deserves a title shot given the weight issues?
Yeah, I think he deserves a title shot. He's a guy that's used his mouth, used his hands, got a whole country behind him to fight. Does anybody really deserve a title shot anymore? I mean, there's no real rubric on, if someone's going to get a title shot. If he's in the top 5, he's putting on great fights, fans want to see him fight, of course he deserves a title shot.
And Darren, how big of a concern is the weight to you?
I said, I'm a big guy, I cut a lot of weight. The last fight, I left a lot of weight to cut late on. I've always done it, and this time, I hit a speed bump at the end, so this time get me weight lower earlier on, and then, the weight cut will be easy the week out. So.
Nico, you've had people kind of questioning your character and talking about your toughness and whether you're willing to fight. And what's it been like for you during this time, and what do you feel like now that you've got a fight booked?
It's been, a rough road. I've had to bounce back from injuries and then illnesses, but it's kind of what life's all about, is seeing those hardships and overcoming them, not letting fear overcome you. So I'm pretty excited that I finally have a fight set.
Valentina, if I could, I want to ask you, and a lot of people I think are kind of looking at this fight as a foregone conclusion, that you're the champion in waiting. Do you see it that way? I mean, do you feel like you need to show up and you win, or do you feel like this is a challenge?
All my career, during 25 years, no one fight I was considered like easy fight. I'm not expecting easy fight. I'm not here for this one. I'm here for having real fight, good fight. And this is fight for the belt. I will be there in my 100% ready for the fight. I've been training so much years, and this is my time. This is it.
Mike, this one you're particularly looking forward to, and I guess do you believe that Cerrone's the biggest name you've faced so far?
Yeah, next one's always the best one. This is the next one. This is the biggest fight of my life. I don't know. I saw a picture of Cowboy in his gi, man. I think he's going to come out and try to take me down, make it a boring fight. But there's no way that's going to happen. We're going to put on a hell of a show. He's right about that. That's why I'm just up here having fun, shook his hand, ain't nothing to it. And me and Cowboy ain't got to talk shit. It's going to be all smiles. See, people say that Cowboy does his best when he's friendly with you. And if you show it in return, he's going to take you out. Well, I always want the best out of my opponents, and that's why I try to get in their head and get out of them.
Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Israel, you just had a pretty intense stare down with Derek as well. You guys have been going back and forth for a few weeks. Where's the beef? Where did this all come from?
So you see my memes, right? I hit him with that video on my Instagram, but he said I was a fanboy in 2015. Thing is, I seen him and I said, what's up? He ignored me way back then in 2015. So that already shows me that he knew who I was and knew I was a threat already way back then. And now I'm here, I'm in his face, I saw him. He can't even control his emotions. He's just coming in here trying to flex. Don't worry, November 3rd, I will deliver.
Israel, you're skinny, bro. Hey, you better lift some weights, man. You're skinny as hell. I'm not worried about you. I'm an All-American wrestler.
I might be the ugliest thing, but I'll whoop your ass any
for
day.
3 rounds, bro, till I finish you.
Yo, check my Instagram again. I just hit him with another
nothing, bro.
And
Instagram means nothing. Means nothing. Hey, you built like a senior citizen. I'm not worried about you, boy.
You
not
fight
worried
like
about
a drunk
you, boy.
bum.
You're skinny. You're alcoholic,
bro. You ever bum rush a guy?
You're skinny. It's over for you, bro. A glory reject. You went 0-2. Now you coming over here in the big dog. I'm gonna tell you what's up.
3rd.
Yeah.
Bring that chin on the platter, and I'll clean it off as well.
Bro, why you trying to talk like Conor? You from Nigeria. What fake accent? Shut up, boy. It's over for you.
And I wanted to ask Justin as well. You know, James has been in the media. He's been talking a little bit and had some things to say about you. I mean, but I wonder if this is getting a little bit personal for you.
Oh, you're welcome, James. Welcome to the big show. You get to fight the main event. You made it, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's your last main event. You're about to be on a 3-fight losing streak and shipping your ass back to the B League to fight tomato cans again.
And I'll still have more money in my bank account.
I got more money than you right now, bro. I fought 4 times in the last year, and I won my fights. You lost 2 out of 3. You fucking suck, dude.
I've made more money in bonuses.
You're a can crusher. You're a can crusher, bro. You padded your record against B-level competition.
I made $200,000 in bonuses.
You've been fucking.
You haven't made that in your 10 fights.
Congratulations. Don't break your hand patting yourself on the ass, bro.
I have a question for James. Are you gonna run like a bitch the whole time, or are you gonna stand there and fight me for these people?
Yeah, I'm not the Homer Simpson of MMA like you are, bro. I'm not gonna take a beating, but you will get knocked the fuck out. You take 10 significant strikes per minute. That's 50 shots a round. You ain't lasting 3 rounds of me taking all that beating like that. You're
So the
29
answer's
years
yes
old and
or
you're
not?
You're 29 years old and you're punch drunk and slurring when you talk, bro. So
slurred
you're
when
getting
I-
knocked out. No, I'm not gonna stand like a retard and fight the.
So you're gonna run like a bitch.
But you are
Good
gonna
to
get
know.
slept. You're gonna get knocked out within 3 rounds for sure.
Jimmy, you've been wanting this fight with Glover Teixeira for a very long time. You finally got it. Like, you said you were very excited still, so tell me, how excited are you and why?
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited about this fight. I've been asking for this fight for ages. We're two of the hardest hitters in the light heavyweight division, and we're going to be delivering.
Glover, last time out, you admitted you weren't happy with yourself, and you wanted to maybe take some time and think about things, and now here you are back. What happened in that quickness?
Hey man, gotta get back in there, and Jimmy Mano is perfect fight, this is the guy that's gonna brawl, this is the guys that are gonna throw hands, I love fights like that, and gonna get in there and see what happens. That's the way I shake this off.
Anthony Smith, your rise has been pretty incredible to watch, and now you're up there with, some of the biggest stars in the sport. Give me an idea kind of what's going through your head and your emotions is now.
It's pretty cool, I guess. I'm just out here doing my thing, man. I've been at this a long time. I know everyone thinks I'm the new guy on the block, but I probably got more fights than everyone up here, So just happy to be here. I'm out here grinding, and things are coming together, and we got another big one.
And I wanted to ask Volkan, you've been up at the top of the division. You had a very quick rise as well, but you've been kind of up at the top. I wonder, was Anthony, on your radar? Is this somebody that you were looking at all?
I think Anthony tried to look like me. He's trying to play no time. He's been doing really well at 205. He fought two legends of the sport, but now he's facing the top of the division, and I've established myself over there.